Hi guys. Um, I just decided to make a video because we haven't in a while. And last week I had 5 weird dreams in a row, and I just wanted to let you guys know about them before I forgot because I feel like you would enjoy them. And it's freezing in my house, and it's full of clutter because we were supposed to decorate our tree last week, and we never did. So now there's just boxes of decorations and stuff laying around. It's ridiculous. Although Eliza has been having a blast and a half with the Nativity Scene, which freaks my mom out. Uh, and so, she's just wreaking more havoc than usual. But first, before I start, I got these new X-ray specs. They're much bigger when I first put them on. I was a little worried that my eyes looked huge, but I don't know. I guess they don't look too big. We're all good. I feel a little self-conscious about this now because I just watched Conan, and he was talking about how teenagers don't really get their entertainment from television anymore, and they just watch. They use the internet to get their yucks, and so he made this little Conan's video blog thing, and it was pretty funny. He was pretty spot on with he has his finger on the pulse of teenage culture. Um, so, last Monday, my first dream. I lived in Alaska with Billy Crystal, and it was very When Harry Met Sally, if When Harry Met Sally took place in Alaska, not New York. Um, Anyways, we lived together, and our house was freezing because someone wouldn't pay the bill or something, and it was like a flat house. It kind of looked like it was set up like a like my grandma's old house. Like, you obviously wouldn't know, but she had this back porch, and it was really cold, and it was all windows, and it sort of looked like a trailer extended onto her house, and that's basically what it was. It was big and like long, and um, the dream ended with me and him. We were fighting over this toaster that wouldn't work because it was so cold. And then what happened? Oh, and then earlier that day, I thought, because I have really bad teeth, so I think I have a cavity. And so in my dream, I went into the bathroom because I was so exasperated with him. And I checked my teeth, and they were all falling out. Probably because either because it was so cold or because my teeth are bad anyways. But either way, my teeth were departing. So that was the first one. And then Tuesday, I dreamt that my mom, Sam, and I went on a cross-country road trip with Voldemort, and we were looking for the country's greatest bread. So we were in a bunch of different bread factories. And then it ended with us stopped at a gas station, and we met Steve Carell, but how he looked in Little Miss Sunshine, because it makes sense, because of that scene in Little Miss Sunshine when he was in the gas station. That's pretty much what it was. I tried to put my scarf on, but it's constricting me, so I can't wear it anymore. Wednesday, I keep forgetting. Oh, you know that scene? You might not know, but there's a scene in Ace Ventura when Ace is trying to get the rings of these champions of these football champions, the Dolphins specifically, from like the 80s or something. And so he does this whole big montage where he like runs with them, or he's like in the bathroom with them, or in the showers with them, or whatever. And so I was doing all that, but I was with Will Ferrell in his elf costume, and not Jim Carrey as Ace Ventura. So that was a blast. And then Thursday, this was the weirdest one of all. Maddie and Gus owned a house in some Arctic region. I had a lot of snow-based dreams. And it was like they had a bunch of us there. I was there. I remember myself, Sean, Gus, Maddie, Katie, Carrie, Alex Martin, Alex New, and then that new show Glory Days. It's on TBS. I feel like just a bunch of extras from that show were like stuffed into the dream, even though I haven't watched it. But I don't know. It's crazy how television controls my life. But so, anyways, that was completely pointless. We were all there, and we were in their living room that was set up like a movie theater. And Gus and Maddie were standing in the front of the room. Did I say Alex New was there? Because I'm sorry. Well, Alex New was there, regardless. And they were standing in the front of the room, and they asked all of us if we wanted to go tobogganing. And I was terrified because I'd never been tobogganing before, and so I was freaking out. And I had my iPod Touch with me for some reason, and so I was like, I was sitting there holding it, and I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And Sean was like, come on, do it. And so he yelled at me. And we went tobogganing, and the toboggan ended up going uphill at some point, and at the top of the hill where the toboggan run stopped were these giant mutant moose, deer, elk things, and they were there to like I don't know what they were doing there, but they were really huge and really scary. And I dropped my iPod Touch, and so I freaked out in my dream, and I said no, and I grabbed it, and I scared the moose, elk, deer, and it rampaged through the village that Maddie and Gus lived in, only their house wasn't destroyed. And so all the villagers that were still alive had to come live in the house with us, and then there was something with the refrigerator. I don't really remember. But then I woke up. It was very strange indeed. And my last dream was Alex Martin begging me to let him be my gay sidekick, and I was telling him, no, you can't, because Sean already is, and he got very offended by that, and started listing off gay sidekicks that he would be like, and the last one he said was Alicia Silverstone, and finally I got really angry, and I said, I'm done! And I walked out, and that was it. So those were my weird dreams last week. I had another one on Saturday, but I can't really remember. My weekend was very long. So, that's about it. I'm very tired today. That's the way it is. I've had to wake up early every day this week. 6:45. I usually wake up at 7:45. Just is no good, man. No good, let me tell you. So, we're going to have to have our movie marathon very soon, Melissa. I'm trying to think of something. Oh! I actually did bring a prop with me because after our play, my mom and Sam were at on Friday night. That was our first play night, and I got flowers from a few of my friends. And then Saturday, Sam and Mom were at a toy store in Berea, and they found this Harry Potter one for me, and so Sam goes, Mom, did you buy Alice flowers yet? My mom said no, and so Sam was like, can we just buy this for her instead, because it's much more practical. So I have Harry Potter's wand! It's my new favorite toy. I absolutely adore it. And it's really obnoxious. And I always make that face when I play with it. And it's very, it's motion sensitive, or really, I feel like it's just touch sensitive, I don't know. But, if you really do anything to it, it'll make a noise. And I think somebody stepped on it. Hermione must have sat on it with her fat ass. So that's it. I'm painting a table and portfolio prep, and it's a grueling process, but on it I did the scene from you can't tell, but it likes that. Maybe you can tell. I don't know. You can tell when I do that, but I'll stick it right in the camera's face. It's got Audrey Hepburn and Fred Astaire on it from Funny Face, and today I painted Audrey's face, and it sort of resembles her, so I think I'm making progress. Last but not least, I'm filling out college applications and essays, and for the University of Chicago, they have an optional second question that I'm going to fill out because it's much easier to do than the first question, and so it says, list your favorite books, poems, authors, films, plays, pieces of music, musicians, performers, paintings, artists, blogs, magazines, and newspapers. And I just thought that was completely ridiculous. And then my mom mentioned that, if somebody puts down that their favorite hobbies are like bomb making and their favorite book is like the anarchist cookbook, then it might be a little tip-off for the admissions office that they have a psycho trying to apply to their psycho or a terrorist to their school. And she said it might not make sense to me, but it probably makes sense to the admissions office. So, I don't know. I turned in my application for BG in Toledo today, and the one school I want to go to, its application isn't due until the 1st of May, which seemed weird to me, but I don't know, I guess I'm fortunate. So I have plenty of time to write these essays. I'm going to go watch some Will and Grace now, because it's what I do when I'm home by myself. Alright. Hope all is well, and we gotta get together soon, Melissa.